Qantas Chief Executive Alan Joyce has levelled blame at customers for the delays seen at Sydney Airport as it struggles to cope with huge numbers. Qantas Chief Executive Alan Joyce has levelled blame at customers for the delays seen at Sydney Airport, which is struggling to cope in the first major holiday period since Australia reopened its borders. On Friday, Mr. Joyce said he thinks travellers, who he called not match fit, and new security staff are leading to the delays. Qantas Group CEO Alan Joyce has blamed travellers for the delays seen at Sydney Airport. Picture, NCA NewsWire, Damian Shaw. I went through the airports on Wednesday and people forget they need to take out their laptops. They have to take out their aerosols, he said. A lot of the security people are new. And they are going to be cautious as they get up to speed on it. So that is taking longer to get through the queue. Sydney Airport Chief Executive Jeff Culbert said they are facing a perfect storm at the moment. Traffic numbers are picking up, travellers are inexperienced after 2 years of not travelling, and the close contact rules are making it hard to fill shifts and staff the airport, he said. Mr. Joyce also said high levels of absenteeism due to COVID-19 cases and isolation are a factor. In some areas, we're seeing 18% absenteeism at the moment, Mr. Joyce said. We do continue to apologise, because we're hoping it won't be too long before we get back to the norm that we have before COVID. Thousands of people were jammed up in long queues on Thursday night that trailed from the security line to the check-in desk and out the front door. The chaos continued into Friday morning, with Peter Deppler taking to Twitter to show crowds filling the airport foyer as early as 6 a.m. Sydney Airport is struggling to deal with crowds during its first major holiday period since Australia reopened its borders. Picture, NCA NewsWire, Damian Shaw. He said while the lines were long, the queues appeared to be moving fast enough. However, around the same time on Friday morning, Michelle Tran said she had missed her flight to Melbourne due to the crowded mayhem. Frustrated travellers were left queuing for hours in lines that snaked around the foyer and outside. Picture, NCA NewsWire, Damian Shaw. Travellers took to social media on Thursday night to share their view of queues that wrapped around the foyer and spilt out onto the roads beyond Terminals 2 and 3. Some reported having to wait in queues for up to 2 hours. The affected terminals service all of Australia's major domestic airlines, including Qantas, Virgin, Jetstar and Rex flights. Some travellers reported having to wait in queues for up to 2 hours. Picture, NCA NewsWire, Damian Shaw. Mr. Joyce has advised the public to arrive at the airport at least 2 hours early so travelling is less stressed. Mitch Dale was at the airport on Thursday evening and overheard an announcement being made over the PA system that it was the busiest day Sydney Airport has had this year. Journalism lecturer Sue Stevenson waited in line for 2 hours and eventually had to be escorted through the queue to get on her flight to Port Macquarie, which had started boarding. James Bing vented his frustration, saying the airport was understaffed and undertrained and could have benefited from more security lines and priority screening lines.